Bootleg figures. For a lot of collectors, that word alone can start an argument. Some people see them as cheap knockoffs, low quality, not worth your time. But lately, with prices going up and quality sometimes staying the same, as collectors, we can't help but to ask this question sometime. Is it okay to buy a bootleg? Welcome to Agimat Collects. Let's unbox today's topic. Today's topic is one that can be a little controversial in the collecting community. Bootleg versus official action figures. And just to be clear, right from the start, this video is not about hating on official figures. And it's definitely not about promoting bootlegs either. This is about understanding why more collectors are turning to them and asking ourselves, can we really blame them? Let's be honest, everything in this hobby has been getting more expensive. Figures that used to cost $20 are now pushing $30, $35, and sometimes even more. Imports have always been pricey, but even domestic lines are starting to feel like premium products. And the part that's frustrating for many collectors is this: the price keeps going up, but the quality doesn't always feel like it's improving. Sometimes the paint apps are still inconsistent, joints can still be loose, accessories can still be missing. So naturally, people start asking themselves, is it even worth it anymore? Not because they don't love the hobby, but because they're trying to be responsible with their money. And that's where bootleg starts to enter the conversation. Bootleg figures exist for a simple reason: accessibility. They're cheaper, they're easier to find, and for new collectors, they can be an affordable way to experience characters they've always wanted. Not everyone has the budget to buy every official release. Not everyone can keep up with rising prices. And not everyone is chasing perfection. Some people just want something on their shelf. Something that represents the character they love. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone deserves the chance to enjoy this hobby. I'll be honest with you, I've personally bought a couple bootleg figures myself. Not because I wanted to replace the official version, not because I thought it was better, but because I was curious. I wanted to feel the difference, and right away you can tell. The plastic feels lighter, the paint isn't as sharp, the joints might be looser. It's definitely a lower quality product, but here's the thing. That doesn't automatically make it useless. If all you need is to fill a gap on your shelf, or if you want to display a character without spending a lot of money, then a bootleg can serve a purpose. It may not be perfect, but it still lets you enjoy the hobby. Sometimes we focus so much on the bootleg itself that we ignore the bigger issue behind it. Bootlegs aren't the cause, they're a symptom. They show us what happens when prices keep rising and accessibility starts to disappear. When official figures become harder to afford, people will naturally look for alternatives. Not because they want to cheat the system, not because they don't respect the original creators, but because they still want to participate in the hobby they love. And again, can we really blame them? Now don't get me wrong, official figures still matter. They support the brands, they support the artists, they support the companies that make these characters possible. And when you hold a well-made official figure, you can feel the difference. The sculpt, the engineering, the durability, that quality is real, and it deserves recognition. But at the same time, we also have to recognize that not everyone collects the same way. Some people collect for accuracy, nostalgia, and some people collect on a budget. And all of those reasons are valid. At the end of the day, collecting is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to bring joy, not stress, not guilt, not pressure to keep up. Whether your shelf is filled with premium imports budget figures, or even a few bootlegs here and there. What matters most is how those figures make you feel. Because this hobby was never about perfection. It was always about connection. So when we talk about bootleg versus official figures, maybe the real conversation isn't about quality. Maybe it's about accessibility, affordability, and making sure this hobby stays open to everyone. Because everyone deserves the chance to enjoy these characters. Everyone deserves the chance to build a collection. And everyone deserves the chance to feel the excitement no matter their budget. Thank y'all for listening. That's all for now. And as always, collect responsibly.